Hello and welcome to our multimedia project by Danielle Imlay, Allison Fogarty, Morgan Nagel, and Noelle Vanderhook. Meet the team. Danielle was a designer and organizer. Morgan was a designer and writer. Allison was a designer and researcher. Noelle was an editor and designer. We all shared our parts equally and met multiple times to work on this project together. Deciding on a topic. We knew that we wanted to work with primary and we wanted to utilize our multimedia project within the unit we're teaching for this class. We decided on kindergarten and looked at the standards. We decided to teach greater than, less than, and equal to. We decided that songs are a great way for primary students to learn, so we decided to make a song. The classroom that we're going to uses songs often throughout their lessons, so we thought this would be a good way to incorporate what their teacher already does on a regular basis. Our lesson addresses the kindergarten standard. Identify whether the number of objects in one group is greater than, less than, or equal to the number of objects in another group. Example, by using matching and counting strategies. That is why in our song we use visual examples as well as number examples to help the students really understand the standard across multiple perspectives. We thought that the song would be a great way for the younger students to learn and commit this standard to memory, and we felt like it would be a fun way to address the standard as well. For our design phase, we all four got together and wrote the song lyrics. It took us a while to come up with the song, but once we decided that we would use the beat, Mary Had a Little Lamb, it became a little bit easier for us, and we felt like this song would also be a little bit easier for the students since most of them are familiar with this song already. I know it's a lot easier for most of us to learn a song or pick something up when we have some familiarity with it, which is why, again, we decided to use Mary Had a Little Lamb for our song because it's perfect for the kindergarten level and they'll remember it forever. So as you can see right here, we included our design phase, and we decided that for the greater than and less than and equal to signs, we would use an alligator as a visual representation to where we would have the alligator eat the bigger number. So all throughout our project, you'll see the alligator symbol throughout it, just because we felt like this was a really fun way to address the concept with our students, and it would, again, help them really visually memorize it. We also have all of our roles listed here, which you'll see again later in the credits, as well as our timeline where we organized out where and when we would meet and work on each step. We decided to split this project throughout a few days, just so that way we could make sure everything was clearly organized. Then we looked up the lyrics for Mary Had a Little Lamb, and we copied and pasted them onto a Google Doc that we all had access to. We looked at the lyrics and analyzed them, and then we looked and made up words that supported the content we were teaching, but that also matched the rhythm. We had some difficulties thinking of parts sometimes, but we managed to find ways to make it correlate with what we were teaching. The development process. We decided that we were going to make an animated music video via iMovie. Noelle has experience using iMovie, and she was able to show us the process on how to put everything together and make it work as a video that would be appealing to students. We initially struggled getting the voiceover to work with the music background, and after a few tries we got it. This was one of our biggest challenges, and we soon realized that we had to record it on GarageBand and save it through iTunes and then paste it over to iMovie.
our learning experience. We were able to learn how to use iMovie to create a product for our future students. We learned that it is not too difficult to create our own content for teaching. In the future, we would like to try to use more of our own images and using open access images. We had trouble identifying what was open access images and what was considered copyrighted, and it took a lot of research and hard work to figure out how to make it smooth and accessible to put on the internet from us.
Here is an introduction to our video, greater than, less than, or equal to, using Mary Had a Little Lamb. We used Mary Had a Little Lamb to make the song familiar to students. We used the common image of an alligator to create a memorable way for students to remember greater than, less than, or equal to. Our example shows the alligator eats the bigger number, showing that the open end of the sign is directed towards the bigger number in the equation. So throughout our video, we use an image of an alligator to explain this concept to students. Here's a link to our video. I hope you enjoy.